Alright. It's the start of our rotation. It's the first half day actually, so I would not call this day 1, but it's like day 0. Tomorrow will be our first full day of our rotation. I got out of work this afternoon. Garrett and I were sighting in. He just bought a CVA Paramount, and we were sighting it in this afternoon, and it was incredible. Actually, we sighted it in about 6 shots. Believe it or not, there was a couple times that his bullet holes were actually touching. So he got a new Leupold, very similar to the one we put on our 212, our shotgun last year. So we sighted that in, then we took a shower, hustled out here. We were not actually planning on coming here, but we forgot a little bit of a few of our tree straps for our sticks, so we couldn't go exactly where we wanted. We were actually planning on going and hunting the point tonight with our decoy. Tyson is what we named him. But we're down here in the trench. It's not the greatest wind to be hunting down here, but it's just kind of shifty down here. So with any luck, we'll see a cruising buck or a buck dog and a hot doe, hopefully right by us, and get an opportunity. So here's the beginning of what will be a pretty long stretch of days hunting. And for Garrett and I, we'll hunt today, then 8 days straight, then take 1 day off, and then 2 more, and then that'll get us right into gun season. Do you know what deer that is? Oh yeah. Holy shit. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna shoot him right here in this hole, okay? Yep, that's alright. We know can fix him. Stay on him, he's gonna go down right there. Stay on him. Oh, yeah, I smoked him. I smoked him. He's a big deer. Punched through to the other side. He's wondering what hit him. Well, that did not take long. About 90 minutes into Garrett and I's Rutcation. And like I said, we're on day 0.
We killed him at like 4:35.
Yeah, we killed him at like 4:35. The shot's a smidgen behind. It's right on that border of the rear lung and the liver, and so he took off up here. But I don't know. Garrett and I saw him coming in, and I was like, man, that deer's got broken. That deer's got broken tines. Like I saw his left side when he's down this draw. I go, Garrett, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. There's a big deer down there. Because I saw this side, this left side, shining in the trees, and it's dead ass quiet right now. And he comes right here to like, I don't know, 12, 15, somewhere in there yards. I thought he was gonna come right here into our shooting hole, but he kind of looked up at us right there. And so I shot him. And he whirled around, went up this hill. And I'm sure that he's gonna bed down at the top of his hill and die. So we're gonna give him a little bit of time, and then we're gonna come back. But actually, we're a 2-buck state in Illinois, so I just asked Garrett if he'd like to switch me and shoot my bow. But that's pretty cool to be on day 0 of the Rutcation and already have a big deer with an arrow through it.
If we would not not have forgot those straps, you might not have shot that deer.
So the funny thing is, Garrett and I have been talking about whether or not to come into the trench all day, and we freaking forgot our climbing stick stand straps to go to Teeter's Point, a place that we've used and killed deer with decoys lots of times. And we forgot it, so we had to come down here. And I just looked at Garrett, and I was like, Garrett, this is not a drill. There's a big deer coming. And I don't know. He said, well, his right side's broken, but I believe I said it in the audio. I'm like, I'm not out here chasing a score or anything like that, so I don't care. Nothing a taxidermist can't fix.
If that's the same deer, we have pictures.
He's a big 10-pointer, so.
We have video of him with his G3 was broke.
If I had to guess him, I'm guessing he'd probably be a 150s deer if he was fully put together. So, solid buck for me. Definitely with archery equipment. So, I'm pretty pumped. I just called Matt, and I'm gonna call Jesse right now and tell him. So, Garrett and I have been talking all day. Like, man, we messed up TJ the other day, with the wind. Not that there's nothing wrong that we did. The setup was perfect, but we just had him wind us, so he has been laying low. So we're like, well, we gotta go hunt the other spot. So we've been talking about whether to go to the point and take the decoy with us or come down into the trench. And we were planning on going to the point, literally the point, with our decoy. We had them all picked up, set out, and then we realized all of our freaking climbing stick straps are at home in the garage. So we're like, well, we got one option. We sat down in here about 35 minutes ago. And we're in the trench stand. We're not that radical like you guys, but we're in the trench stand. And I literally go to Garrett. I'm like, Garrett, this is not a drill. There's a giant right over there. He's smirking behind the camera right now like a little fucker. And sure as shit, this big 10, probably a 150s deer 10, comes just freaking walking in real quiet down the trail. So I shot him in the back of the ribs, kind of where the lung and the liver meet. So he was kind of in a C to me. So I don't know whether or not we're gonna go try to take him up tonight, but I just wanted to call you and tell you. So I'm not a stud at all. If I would have kept the shot about 3 or 4 inches further forward, we probably would have been watching him fall. But I just didn't want to F with that shoulder. And he was quartered pretty hard to us, and I just didn't want to flirt with that shoulder, so I kind of took what I thought was a little bit safer of a shot. But it's about 5:50. You can see the sun has set. We're actually going to back out of here, get out of here nice and quiet, and back up while there's still some light left with all of our camera gear and stuff. So, deer, we think he's dead right up there, but we're just going to play it really safe. It's going to be very cold tonight. It's going to get actually down to the upper 20s, low 30s, so there's no risk at all of the meat spoiling. As our friend Ron Slifer, we've interviewed him on our podcast before, he said something that makes a lot of sense. It's really wise, and that's that a dead deer goes nowhere. So we're going to give him until the morning, even though there's a chance that he could be dead right now. So in hindsight, being 20/20, he kind of was like a C almost when I shot him. And so the exit's a little back, but I kind of put my arrow a couple inches behind the front shoulder blade there, where I should have hooked that shield, and I should have blasted freaking, 14, 15 yards. I should have blasted him right there. So that's my fault that I don't hook the shoulder a little bit, that I didn't hook the shoulder a little bit tighter. But we're gonna get out of here and then get some dinner, and we're going to come back in here in the morning, so we're going to leave our camera arm and a couple of our pieces of gear in here, because with the morning thermals, this will be a really good location for us to hunt. So it is a very good feeling, though, going into day 1 tomorrow. This was, like I said, day 0, with Garrett and I already having an opportunity and most likely a pretty nice dead deer on the ground. So we're going to get out of here nice and quiet, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning guys. We're tracking the deer I shot last night, as you can see by the arrow. Just like we thought, it's very dark red blood, which kind of makes sense. We thought we shot the deer in the liver, and that's looking like what kind of hit it is. So there's been quite a lot of blood so far. It's real dark. We're gonna go ahead and pursue. A deer was shot at 4:30 p.m. yesterday, and currently now it's 9:30, so it's been about 17, 18 hours. So he's dead. We just gotta find him somewhere. All right, well, we just got him. Beautiful 10, big freaking body deer. He's been dead for a while. He's stiffer than the board. I ask would you rather questions on the podcast quite often, and oftentimes I'll ask, what would you do if you see a deer that's a nice buck and he's broken? So for all of you guys that are diehard supporters of us, now you know my answer to what happens if a nice 10-pointer comes walking down and he's got 2 broken tines. Grant Putnam's answer is shoot him. So the nice thing too is this is a field edge right here, so we're going to be able to bring the truck right in here and go and make a visit to Mr. Wayne, and that's pretty much it. Man, that's a nice deer. Good enough for the chicks I date anyway. Man, sweet. All right. Our leg and head tag. That's how we do it in Illinois anyway. Alrighty.
These are our friends over at the conservation office would say, tag them before you drag them.
Tag them before you drag them, boys. We're tag teaming them today, gang. Garrett's going first. He's getting to the edge. I think he's going to get him all the way. It was only about a what? Said it was only about a what, 20-yard drag?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. I haven't named this bow yet. Vicky the V3. First deer of the year. It's freaking November 4th today in Illinois. Well, I guess that was stupid what I just said. It's November 4th, I suppose, all over the world. But
No, just here.
Just in Illinois. But actually, this is the latest I think we've ever processed a deer, and we were talking about our opportunities. Last weekend, we had an encounter with our #1 buck, TJ. So we have had 2 opportunities, and if TJ wouldn't have winded us, I think we would have had a really good chance at killing him. So it just so happens this year that it took us a couple days into November to get it done, but we're gonna go and this is Garrett's bow. Did you name your bow?
I don't name them.
Okay. Well, we're putting it away too. Then we're gonna go home and back to the bone shed, break down our first deer of the year.
Ready when you are.
1, 2, 3. It's November 4th. This is the latest I feel like we've ever cleaned a deer, processed a deer, but we got all of our outdoor edge stuff. This is the swing blaze. We're gonna break them down. This is probably my favorite knife that they make, to be honest. Got a nice little drop point like skinning blade there. And then there's a nice little button you deploy. And this is just, this gut hook's awesome. It's sweeping and it never bunches up. So this combo is just killer. Like I said, probably my favorite knife.